fight in September between the two great fighters in our generation, Canelo Alvarez and Crawford.
With 2 times undisputed champion, and I'm grateful to fight here in Saudi Arabia. And thank you everybody for coming to support me, my family, my friend, everybody.
What just happened? Did Terence Crawford just send a message loud enough to shake Canelo's core? Did he just drop the most terrifying training video boxing has ever seen? Yes, he did, Terence. But Crawford did not just wake up and decide to post a training montage. He delivered an earthquake wrapped in sweat, speed, and savagery. And make no mistake, Canelo saw it, everyone did. The moment that training clip hit the internet, jaws dropped, gyms got quieter, and boxing fans worldwide realized something big was about to happen. This isn't a warm-up. This isn't a press tour. This is a full-blown mission. Crawford didn't blink. He launched a high-octane message with fists flying, signaling that he's not stepping up to 168 just to participate. He's coming to dethrone royalty.
Like always I say, Viva Mexico, cabrones!
This is a new experience for you, fighting in Saudi Arabia for the first time, fighting at 6 a.m. probably for the first time. How did your body adjust during this fight?
No, I come 3 weeks before because of that.
Man who danced at 135, dominated at 140, and crushed at 147 has now decided to defy gravity and logic by jumping headfirst into Canelo Alvarez's house. This isn't a friendly visit, it's a planned break-in, and Crawford brought his own wrecking ball. But it's not just about size or weight classes. Crawford knows that people are questioning his sanity. Fans are scratching their heads asking, how a fighter who's never taken a punch from a true super middleweight plans to survive, let alone win? But that's where the genius lies. Crawford didn't just post a highlight reel of his shadow boxing. He posted a war zone, a training session so brutal it looked like a deleted scene from an action movie. In the video, Crawford is running the court, owning every inch of the gym. Sparring partners looked like they were given bad news before the bell rang, and the punch that shook the room, oh, that wasn't an accident. That was a statement, a moment where he faced a heavyweight in sparring and turned him into a spinning top. That's not lightweight power, that's calculated destruction.
You know, everybody is asking for the fight. My Nino Turquía la Chihuana, so that's why we are here.
Congratulations, Canelo. Brilliant.
Thank you.
What makes this even more chilling is Bomac's strategy. His coach didn't go looking for some flabby imitation of Canelo. No, he brought in Lester Martinez. If you don't know Lester, that's on you. But Crawford's camp knows exactly who he is. A Guatemalan wrecking machine, undefeated. A knockout artist at 168, the same size and ferocity as Canelo. Martinez recently crushed Johan James in just 4 rounds, turning an unbeaten record into shattered expectations. Bomac doesn't do things halfway. He knows what's at stake. That's why he made Lester a daily dose of danger for Crawford. Every round is survival test. Every punch is a reminder of the mountain Crawford is climbing, and yet Crawford isn't backing down. In fact, he's smiling through it. It's not bravado, it's preparation, it's obsession. This isn't just another fight camp, it's war school. It's boot camp for breaking legends. Crawford has always been confident, but this feels different. This feels personal. His ambition is to become the only man in modern boxing to go undisputed across 3 divisions, not just a belt collector, a kingmaker. At 140, he cleaned house. At 147, he left no question, stopping Errol Spence Jr. with surgical precision. Now, without a single tune-up at 154 or 160, he's sprinting to 168 to meet the emperor of the weight class face-to-face.
It will be in the stadium in Las Vegas in the 12th of September, inshallah.
And don't get it twisted. Canelo is no paper king. His resume reads like a who's who of boxing's elite. Golovkin, Kovalev, and Plant. Saunders Smith-Lara is a walking Hall of Fame exhibit. You don't just roll up on Canelo and take his crown, but that's exactly what Crawford is trying to do, and is doing with a calmness that's freaking people out. Bulak has addressed the elephant in the room: size. He knows Terence will be smaller, but he also knows something else. Crawford's greatest weapon isn't his hands, it's his brain. His IQ in the ring is supernatural. He reads punches like subtitles. He adapts mid-fight better than any fighter in the last decade, and Bulmer made it clear the only person who can beat Terence Crawford is Terence Crawford. Still, against a beast like Canelo, that theory will be tested like never before. Canelo isn't just bigger, he's smarter than most of his past opponents. He knows how to manage rounds, force pace, and make his power felt without wasting energy. He has perfected the art of boxing like a bull, and while others admire it, Crawford is dissecting it. This isn't hero worship, this is strategy. Crawford isn't throwing himself into the fire blindly. He sees something. He called Canelo out because he believes he has a blueprint. He's seen the patterns, the weaknesses, and the hesitation, and now is designing the perfect storm to exploit them.
So this is time, everything. I'm okay. I'm a champion, I'm not professional, so that's no excuse or anything.
You knew what was coming. You won this fight. That was a crack at this man. Two-time undisputed champion, Bud Crawford. How are you feeling about that one?
Before I feel good, let's talk about power. Crawford doesn't punch like a heavyweight, but he punches with purpose against Spence. He showed he can hurt bigger men. And now, with Lester pushing him daily, is building the strength to stun giants. The key isn't to trade bombs with Canelo. The key is to hit him enough to keep him honest and outthink him every minute of every round. The critics are lining up, though they remember how Canelo walked through Kirkland, how he shut down a May. Khan, how he folded. Callum Smith, they look at Crawford and see a smaller man playing a dangerous game, but history favors the bold, and Crawford isn't just bold, is borderline reckless, and that's what makes him terrifying, is walking into a volcano with gasoline boots because he believes he won't burn. He believes he can turn this inferno into ice, and honestly, that belief might be enough. Even Dimitri Bivol, one of the only men to beat Canelo, weighed in with caution and respect. He knows what it takes to frustrate Alvarez. He understands the mental war that need to happen before the first bell even rings, and in Crawford he sees a mentality that mirrors his own, a cold, calculating mindset with a laser focus.
In September, between the two great fighters in our generation, Canelo Alvarez and Crawford.
Still, Crawford isn't Bivol. His not 175 pounds of lean tactical violence is a man who started at 135. The transformation to 168 isn't just about weight, it's about evolution. Every ounce added to his frame is being tested under fire, every movement adjusted, every muscle trained to move like it's still in a lighter frame. Is not bulking up to survive, is upgrading to win. The venue, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, promoted by none other than Dana White under the TKO banner. This isn't your grandpa's boxing match. This is Spectacle meets Legacy. White and Saudi promoter Turki Al-Shik are packaging this fight as the main event of a new era. They got big plans, giant paydays, and maybe even a Netflix live stream on the horizon. This isn't just a fight, it's a cultural moment, a tectonic shift in boxing's landscape. Canelo once called a Crawford fighter lose too small. He said if he wins, so what did he lose? His disaster, but Turki didn't care. He made it happen anyway because the world wants to see it, because sometimes logic must step aside when Legacy calls.
I've been in the ring with Crawford. Oh shit! I know you want. I got Crawford. What about thinking that fight? Yeah. Everybody knows that Crawford is still. We think that a little bit Crawford and do the tall task.
And now here we are. Crawford is not fighting for money or fame, is fighting for something deeper, something primal, belief that he is the best fighter alive, and to prove it has chosen the baddest man in the room. The boss at 168, Canelo, has accepted the challenge because deep down he respects the madness. He knows Crawford's confidence isn't a show, it's a weapon, and if he doesn't take him seriously, he'll end up on the wrong end of history. The fight might be closer than anyone thinks. Canelo will look to start fast, overwhelmed with body shots, and bully his way to control. Crawford will look to slow the rhythm, dissect every pattern, and snipe from angles. Canelo has never faced its chess versus checkers, firepower versus finesse. And if this is Crawford's last dance, what a way to go out. He's nearly 38. There's nothing left to prove yet. He still wants more. He still wants to climb the tallest mountain and plant his flag at the top. And maybe that's what makes him unstoppable. If you blink, you might miss it. That's how fast Terence Crawford moves inside the ring, and inside your head the moment he dropped that training video. The internet nearly flatlined, social media accounts erupted into chaos like Canelo's face just got jabbed by Wi-Fi. Was that sweat dripping down Crawford's face, or the fear leaking from every middleweight watching that video? Nobody knows, but one thing's clear, he didn't post that footage for views, he posted it as a warning.
Here it is, the official face-off. The date, September 12th, Allegiant Stadium, Las Vegas, Nevada, USA, for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Saul Canelo Alvarez.
And what a warning. It was a kind of intense, nonsense display that makes other fighters call their trainers back from vacation and cancel cheat day. That gym looked like a crime scene. Each punch was a felony. His footwork could have sent a ballet dancer into retirement. The sheer velocity and precision of each movement had trainers pausing the tape like rewind. That did he just duck a ghost? Canelo, meanwhile, is probably reviewing that same footage in a dark room, fist clenched, trying to figure out if his fighting a man or myth is used to being the apex predator. But this time the prey might be packing an even sharper set of claws. That training video wasn't just look what I can do, it was look what you'll have to survive. And Canelo's not dumb. He knows this isn't a tune-up fight, this isn't a payday, it's a legacy checkpoint. And Crawford just took a torch to the checkpoint sign. The sound of Crawford's gloves cracking pads echoed through boxing Twitter like a bomb. Analysts scramble for metaphors. Kano better pack a parachute. One fan wrote, because Crawford's about to take him on a free fall through hell. And it wasn't just the fans panicking. You could feel a ripple even among pros. Trainers started doubling their clients, sparring. Some even switched off their phones just to avoid seeing that video again.